What's up, everybody? Welcome to Save Crystal Gaming, and welcome to this bonus video. Has nothing to do with gaming, but it's that time of year, and I've always been a fan of the Michael Myers Halloween franchise. And today, I'm ranking the movies, and you see the categories beneath me here, from great, good, not bad, bad, and trash. So, this is my favorite time of year. I love the fall. I'm a little biased in September. It's my birthday month. Come on. And then in October, I love, the spooky season. I love that it's starting to get a little chilly out. I'm a hoodie guy. I love to wear hoodies and long sleeve stuff. What in the world is that? Freaking pop-up. I can't tell you the last time I had a pop-up on my computer. Anyway, I love the spooky season. I love scary movies. I love scary games. And then from October 31st, when the clock strikes midnight and it's November 1st, I ain't got no disrespect to Thanksgiving. I love Thanksgiving. I love watching the Macy's Day Parade. But I'm a Christmas guy. And November 1st, the Christmas music hits, baby. I'm that kind of guy. I am. And that's how my household is. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and we're going to rank these. We're going to start with the first movie. We are going to go in order. They're not in order down here, but and also there's a couple in here that I won't be ranking because they're like unrated director's cut editions. I'm just going with the base movie. So here we go. Halloween 1. Now, a lot of people would put this up to great. I'm going to put it in the good category. I think it's a good movie. It set the stage for Michael Myers. And it, for me, and it's a little different, everybody's different. I like things to be popping off quick. Like, this movie is very slow paced. And you might be thinking, how is it slow paced? They start the movie off, he kills his freaking sister. That's great. But then for the next however many, hour of the movie or whatever, it's very slow. Nothing wrong with it. You're building up to that climax ending. And I would say the last 10 minutes is probably, last 10, 15 minutes is probably the best of the movie. I think everybody would agree with that. But it has its moments throughout. I think the scariest scene of the entire movie is when they look out the window and Michael is carrying the body of Annie. Just absolutely terrifying. Okay, so why do I put this good? It's because I put the sequel, Halloween 2, to great. Another movie that takes a while to get started. Yes, we pick up right after the first, and it's very slow paced throughout, but the environment here is way scarier than the original movie. That's just my opinion. I believe that walking around a dim lit hospital, it looks like a ghost town. There's not very many people in the hospital, and the staff is not a lot of staff there either. But this town had just had a tragedy, and the killer is still on the loose. So it just, once again, this is another one of those movies. I don't know if it's just John Carpenter and the way that he prefers it. Kind of slow. Has its moments throughout, but it's like the last 10 to 15 minutes is where it really gets good. And I love Halloween 2. I think out of all the original movies, the scariest. Definitely. Halloween 3 is not in here, even though, it is part of the Halloween franchise. It just does not include Michael Myers. I would put it in the good category. A lot of people just kind of skip Halloween 3 Season of the Witch because it has nothing to do with Michael Myers. He makes a small cameo in it, I guess, because he's on the TV. But I think it's a good movie. I think it's a good standalone. If it wasn't titled Halloween 3, I think more people would give it more of a chance. But yes, I love it. The Silver Shamrock song, it's a pretty good movie. Pretty good. All right, now, Halloween 4. Good movie. I really wish in the poster we got the mask that they show here. The mask, this is where the mask starts getting weird. A lot of people think the Halloween 2 mask was weird, but I mean, I don't know. I kind of preferred it. But Halloween 4, we get introduced to Jamie, his niece, and I am a Rachel stan. Love Rachel. Phenomenal character. A lot of people prefer Jamie Lee Curtis as the go-to, last girl or final girl in the Halloween franchise. Give me Rachel all day over Laurie Strode. I don't freaking care. Okay, I'm a Rachel guy. All right. Halloween 4, though, I thought it was pretty solid. And it brought a different environment to Haddonfield in this movie because people know the history that had happened back in those original 2 movies. And Haddonfield is just scarier than ever now. And I think the atmosphere was good here when they take Jamie trick-or-treating, and Haddonfield is, got this fog on it, and Michael Myers is out there. It's good. It's good to see Donald Pleasance make a return also. So yes, it's good. Halloween 5 is not bad. All right. Let's start off with, they didn't have to kill Rachel. I already said I was a Rachel stan. Now, I'm not going to like that. I think for Rachel being such a likable character from 4, she got done wrong in 5. She was replaced by Tina, who was super annoying in 5, and Tina didn't even make it. But, I think it was kind of dumb to make... 4 had a great cliffhanger. Okay? Then when we got to 5, Jamie's now a mute, and she just... I don't know. It has its moments in this, like the barn scene. I thought it's pretty good. Where Tina gets in the car with what she thinks is her boyfriend, but it's really Michael Myers, and he's wearing that other mask, and she thinks it's her boyfriend. That is very he's standoffish. It's very weird, and she has a douchebag boyfriend in the first place. So she just thinks he's being himself, but it's really Michael Myers. It's not a bad movie. It's still, one of the ones I make sure to watch once a year around this time. And I never really skip it. It's solid. It's not bad. Halloween 6. I think this movie's bad. Okay, I think Michael Myers has a really good look here. The best look he's had in a while. Which I should have mentioned, Halloween 5, worst mask of the series. All right. Halloween 6, though, I don't think it would have been such a bad movie if the storyline had not gotten bad. Starting in 5, they started doing this whole thing with the Thorn and the cult and Michael Myers. Now Jamie's older. Not even played by Danielle Harris. She's older now, and she is now pregnant by her uncle. Yes, I can't believe I said that, but it's true. This movie just ain't it, so it's bad. Alright, let me try to speed this up a little bit. I don't want this video to be really long. Halloween H2O. It's a great movie. Great movie. I think what they did here was they tried to make Michael Myers like a Scream film, and I think it was done pretty well. You had Josh Hartnett in here as Jamie Lee Curtis, Laurie Strode's son. She is now a teacher, and she's changed her name to try to run from her past. Well, her past ends up finding her 20 years later, and it's a good movie. It's great. This is one that, my wife and I usually do a Halloween marathon every year, and this is definitely up there for both of us. We both really love H2O. I think it was the first Halloween she ever watched. But Halloween H2O, I think when the ending of H2O should have been the ending of Michael Myers. Great way to end it with her chopping his head off. But of course, as long as Michael Myers is going to make money, we're going to keep him alive. And that's exactly what they did in Halloween Resurrection, where a lot of people say this movie is the worst out of them all. And I can't disagree more. This is a good movie. I know Busta Rhymes does some kung fu on Michael Myers.
Trick or treat, mother.
But this movie, I feel, was ahead of its time. Busta Rhymes he's got this webcam show where he's got these people that are going to be touring Michael Myers' house through the whole night, and people can get on their computer and watch it. And here he has plans to just, he's trying to get views and ratings, and he is dressed up as Michael Myers to give him a scare, but the real one shows up. And I think it was a good idea. The scene where, because the main girl in the movie, she is texting some boy online that she met. He's got a username named Decker, and they're texting each other, and he's watching so he can see all the different cameras from a party on a computer. And the scene where they think they got rid of Michael, they think they hung him outside, he went flying out the window, and she gets the text from Decker that Michael Myers, he's still in the house, and like the camera pans around and there he is right behind him. I think it's good. I do. Would I have been happy if they never made it and just left H2OB? Yeah, but I don't think Resurrection is the worst. Give me Resurrection all day over 6. What do I say? I mean, I said it. Give me Resurrection over 6. All right, so now we move into the Rob Zombie Halloween movies. And I was so excited when this was coming out because it had been a while since, we've had a Michael Myers movie. Resurrection released, I think, in 2001, it was 2002. And we didn't get Rob Zombie's Halloween until 2007. So this is not bad, okay? These movies also get a lot of hate, and let me tell you why I don't necessarily prefer it, but then there's things in it that I like. I love his look. I think his name's Tyler, who played Michael Myers, I think he has the build, man. He was a super scary Michael Myers. But I love the look, the mask, the coveralls. Everything looked so good in this movie, but we spent way too much time humanizing Michael Myers. We spent way too much time looking into his childhood. I think the less we know about him, the better. It makes it more mysterious. And, showing off way too much of Michael Myers as a kid here. By the time that he actually, gets out of the asylum, finds his mask, and now is running into Laurie, that's where the movie gets good and scary. It's not bad. I do have complaints about the language in the movie. Usually language really doesn't bother me, but when it's overdone, and there's a rape scene in here, there's just stuff in here that's not necessary. It's not necessary. The best way to watch this movie is the TV edit, the TV version. It cuts the language down. I would assume that rape scene's not in it. I can't remember, but yeah, it's not bad. Now, let's talk about one that is bad, and that's the sequel, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. I was going to put this in the bad, but baby, we're dropping this thing down to trash. Movie's absolute trash. I think the best part of this whole movie is the very beginning. You have the hospital scene, which we learn is just a dream. It's like, are you kidding me? The best part of the movie is a dream? Michael Myers, at one point in time, he's walking around with his mask on, and half of it's ripped off of his face. Once again, the language, it's a killer for me. I don't know. Like I said, don't mind it here and there, but when it's done way too much, and that's what this is. But Michael Myers at one point in time looks like he's walking around in a Carhartt jacket. They turn Loomis into an absolute D-bag, man. Like, he's just trying to make money off of Michael with his book, and I did not like the direction it went here. I think Scout Taylor Compton, though, she was fantastic in both Rob Zombie movies, and Danielle Harris made her return to the franchise. She played Jamie in 4 and 5. I think they were great, but 2 was absolute bottom of the barrel. Okay. We were finally, after years, I think that released in 2009. 2018, we got the newer Halloween, and this is great. My wife and I went to this movie, the late night showing on the first night. This was great to watch in theaters. It felt like Michael Myers was back, and not just back, but in the best way that we've ever seen him. And by introducing this movie, I did hate that it eliminated Halloween 2 from the story. You know, everything just from here, it was a sequel. And I didn't like that because, you know, I love Halloween 2. It's up there in the great for me. But anyways, went and watched it. Still awesome. Jamie Lee Curtis returned. We knew we were getting a trilogy out of this, and the first one is so good. So good. We got Halloween Kills after that. I think it's a good movie. My problem with Halloween Kills was I felt like we were getting... This was just a stepping stone to get us to the final movie. Like, it just, you know... Laurie Strode was in the hospital the whole time. They never really... Michael and her never met up. And, it's got some pretty cool moments, though, like in the different kills. And it is scary, which is what you're looking for in these movies. So... They leave you with a cliffhanger here. And since this movie is still somewhat newer, we won't really talk about it. But that leads me to the third and final movie. Halloween ends, and it ends up in the trash. I literally could not wait for this movie when it came out. And then when I sat down and watched it, I went on a 2-week rant about how awful this movie was. We ended Kills on a cliffhanger, and then we go to Ends, and it seems like the first 2 movies really had nothing to do with this final one. Like, I don't even know what they were thinking when they thought that this is what the people would want. We were, you know, they promoted the commercials and everything, the final showdown between Laurie Strode and Michael Myers. You knew one of them was going to die. And I really, you know, wasn't sure how they were going to do it. I kind of had an idea in my head of what we were going to see. But, man, this movie sucked. Michael Myers, like, felt like Robin to Batman. You know, it's still newer. I would spoil the heck out of it because I think it would be awful if you would go and watch it, but everybody's entitled to their own opinion. If you want to waste your time and watch this trash, I can't stop you, you know? So, anyway, we're hearing rumors now that Michael Myers, the franchise, is going to head in the direction of a TV series, kind of like how Chucky is doing right now. I'm all for it. Anything Michael Myers, I'm going to check it out. I might not love it, but I definitely will check it out. But this is my list. So that's going to do it for me, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. And by the time you see this, I don't know when you're watching it. It might be November 1st. It might be time to get that Christmas music a-bumping. You know what I'm saying? So thank you all so much for watching. And I will see you in whatever it is that I do next, because you never know.